Okay, let me refresh my screen here. Trying to find our video. There we are. Okay. Hello there. My name is Teri Smith. I'm the owner of Adoorable Deco Decor, where we make and sell wreaths and other types of home decor. I also work toward teaching others to make their own designs through my wreath making group. And today I have been honored by the opportunity of Julie Samaco asking me to substitute for as a guest designer in her on her YouTube channel, and we're going to make something fun. This is something that we're going to make a lemon wall basket, and this is one of my most popular designs in my Etsy shop during the spring and summer. I buy them every year. I actually got this basket from the Wreath shop, and it's been my experience that they are so popular and they sell out so quickly that I try to get them early. Like, well, I'm still making Christmas. I'm looking to see if these have been restocked yet. So I always buy a bunch of these, but very popular seller. And we're going to be making a lemon wall basket, and I like to make these. I think they're a nice in between. You know, sometimes people are looking for gift items. You know, we've got Mother's Day coming up, and they don't want to spend as much money as you might on a large home, you know, door wreath. And also, these make great gifts for people who are perhaps in a senior living center, an apartment. You could use these as office decor. With the lemons, you could use a kitchen decor. So they're just something you can put together pretty quickly. And as I said, it's popular design. So I hope everybody's able to hear me. My mic gave out last week, and so I'm waiting. I'm hoping mine will get in here today. Hey, Rosario, and there's Marina and Diane. Thank you for being here, you guys. I have to say that Julie's setup looks different on than mine does on my screen, and I actually thought I was going live. Was sitting there talking to nobody, I guess. So now I think we're on. Hey, Vanita, how are you? So now I'm going to show you a few things that I like to do. The members in my group know that I like to make things quick and easy, and I like to try to limit the amount of work that goes into a project, because you don't want to spend all day on one project, right? And I have already gone ahead. I know you've probably been shown this before. I went ahead and I put some floral foam in here. It's just the hard. Let me show you it here. I buy mine in long sheets. You can get it at Hobby Lobby or wherever they sell craft supplies, but I buy mine at a big sheet. You don't have to buy these huge things, though. They come in all different sizes. But I prefer that. Some people use gaps and cracks. I've had gaps and cracks. I've not ever mastered that. I've had some problems with it warping my containers and such, so I like to use the floral foam, and I just cut it down to size, wedged it down in there. And these moss baskets, there's enough grab. I think the texture of them, there's enough grab that you really don't have to fill it completely up. And then I just put a little bit of moss over the top of it, just Spanish moss. And again, you don't have to cover the whole thing. And you can secure it with a floral pin. I usually don't glue it, because then you're going to have trouble getting your stems in. But anyway, that's going to be our inspiration for this design. But I wanted to show you, as I said, I like things quick and easy. And so what we're going to be working with today is actually, I buy garlands and I buy wreaths, sometimes just for their parts. And this actually was a long garland, and these were all strung together, and they just made a garland. And I bought them just for the purpose of cutting them down and making them into picks. And you know, whenever they, you know, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, any of those places, Michael's goes on, you know, they have their post-season sale. It's a good idea to scour the sale aisle and see if you can grab some of these. I know right now Hobby Lobby's got some really pretty floral garlands that I've got my eye on. I don't know if they'll put them on sale, like a seasonal sale, but I know at least they'll go on sale half price every other week. But all I did, this kind of a rod right here was actually the garland. It's just a big long rod, and it just wraps this little wire around it just like this. Okay, and that's how it makes up the garland. So I just unhook all these, and now I've got this pick, so to speak, or bush that I can use on my projects. So I usually just cut this little string off down here. And I actually have one of them that's I left kind of long because I've got the basket here, and I want to kind of, have it kind of arced. I want my middle to be a little bit taller, so I'm going to actually leave the rod on this one. Maybe not that long, okay? But hey, Marcy. Hey, Valerie. Thank you guys all for being here. Crafts are great. That's right, April. That is exactly right. So now the first thing I'm going to do, is zoom in here for you so you can see. Now, can everybody hear okay? Because, like I said, my mic bit the dust last week, and my new one's not here yet. So I'm trying to keep my voice up, but I'm usually pretty soft-spoken, so you guys will just have to let me know if you can't hear. And if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments, and I'll try to go back and answer as best I can. Actually, let me drop this down just a little bit. I've got this nice ivy that I'm going to use first, that I'm going to green the base with. And I love this. It's Select Artificials, and it's just very realistic looking. And I like the contrast that it brings with the moss. These moss baskets can tend to be a little bit dark. And if you can see, the greenery here on my lemons is a little bit dark also. So I'm wanting to bring in a little bit of lightness just to bring some contrast into the design. So I'm going to cut a few sprigs off of this. Some of them longer, some of them shorter. I'm just going to come up here and kind of measure them. I like it to have a little bit draping off of either side and some toward the front. But yeah, are you guys all ready for Mother's Day? I am not. I don't know why. For some reason, I always wait until the last minute to take care of my moms. We've got 3 of them that we buy for, but I always wait until the last minute. Sound is good. Thank you, Marcy. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm soft-spoken anyway, and now without my mic, I feel like I'm yelling. I might be hoarse by the end of the video. All right, I'm just going to go and start placing this, just like I said, just around the periphery. I'll put a little bit up in the back. Not too much, though. I don't want to pack it in tight. And I'm just dipping this in my glue pen off here to the side. I've got one like Julie. Well, actually, hers is bigger than mine. But I prefer to use the glue pot rather than the hot glue gun because I burn myself all the time with the hot glue gun. Not as much as I used to, but it used to be pretty bad. All right, now I don't want this out there pointing like wings. I want it to look pretty natural. And you know how moss will act, or ivy will act, it'll kind of come back in here and grab a hold of this. So I want to bring it kind of close in. Now we'll bring a little bit here in the back. And I've just cut off these long vines, and we'll just cut those in half. But like I said, these moss baskets are always really popular. I love to make them. They're kind of fun to me. And a lot of times you can take it and use up your leftovers that you had maybe making a wreath and make a wall basket out of it. So it's a win-win. All right, this one's probably a little bit long. I don't want to hide the fact that I've got a moss basket here, so I don't want to completely cover it up. Some of these on the lower part of the vine, I'm just clipping off those leaves so I can insert it into the basket. We'll just let that one kind of drape off to the side. All right, and later I'll probably put some in the front too, but I'm going to wait on that. So now, next thing I'm going to do, actually, I have other greenery I might place in here too. I've got this grass, it's a vanilla grass bush, but this already has so much greenery in it, I'm going to wait until later to see if I need it. Has lots of different textures. It's a green. If you've heard me do any or watched any of my videos, I've been talking a lot lately about greenery. It seems to be a pretty popular struggle for some people, but this is a green on the darker side. So I'm just going to fluff this out, and this one is not my, this is one of my shorter pieces. As I said, I had a taller piece also that I want to put in the middle, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll put it in there first. Kind of forgot what I was doing there. The leaf bush. Oh, thank you. Thank you. The leaf bush. If you're talking about the vine, I got that from a wholesaler. It's Select Artificials. But there's a lot of places that sell, if you don't have a wholesale license, there's a lot of places that sell Select Artificial product. The Greenery Market does, Trendy Tree, the Wreath Shop. I'm not sure if Craft Outlet does or not, but those are some places you can look. Deco Exchange, I don't know if they do or not. All right, I thought I was going to need that a little bit taller than that, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I do, because again, I don't want to cover up my basket completely. I mean, it's okay if some of it's up there, but I don't want it, I want it to be visible as a basket. So I'm going to go ahead and unwind this. Now, if, say, you can't find a lemon garland or a lemon wreath that you can deconstruct into parts, all you'd have to do, there's all kinds of places that have the foam lemons, or you can get them on Amazon. Dollar Tree has the plastic ones. You just have to drill in and make your own picks. But you could easily make your own pick by just getting you some greenery that you like. Maybe a little bit of this, I don't know what they're calling that, some little berry looking thing that's a little bit white, white or cream, and then a little bit of twigs, and then you could make your own picks. So don't feel like if you see somebody making something that you can't go ahead and make your own, your own thing, right? Oh, the moss basket, I got those at the Wreath Shop, but I tell you, I always get them early because they sell out quickly. So I didn't think to check to see if they had any in stock, but I always start looking for them about Christmas time, to be honest, because they sell out every year. Put that down just a little bit. I don't know, that might be a little bit full. I can always cut it out though, right? You can ask the people in my group. I'm always deconstructing things and tearing it apart. But really, I think we can get by with just the 3 pieces here. As I said, I wanted some of it higher, I wanted some of it lower, and I'm going to leave some room. I'm going to put a bow over here. We'll just kind of stagger those. Then I got enough room over here. It's getting tight though. Like I said, I don't know if we'll need that grass or not. Oh, how do you look up my side? I forgot to put mine on there, didn't I? Hang on, let me see if I can put that in there real quick. It's Adoorable Deco Decor is my YouTube channel. I'll put it on here. I just put it in the comments just now. Thank you for asking. Like I said, I started going live, or I thought I did. Now it's not letting me pin them for some reason. But I thought I was live, and then Julie's setup looks a little bit different than mine does. And then I realized I was talking to nobody. But anyway, we're here now. Oh, hey, Sally. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I do too, Verlene. Verlene says she loves ordering from Craft Outlet. I agree. They ship pretty fast, and they have sales, and you can earn bonus points. I'm rewrapping this. This paper tape, sometimes it gets kind of dry, and as soon as I clip that off, it started falling apart. When I put this down in the moss or in the foam, it's going to splay out. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrap that with some floral tape. There we go. I usually just wrap it a couple of times, but like I said, over time that paper tape will dry out. And it's just going to make it harder to get it in the foam. All right, and I am making sure that I stagger, I don't want all the large lemons on one side. This has one large one and one smaller one. I want to make sure I stagger that as well. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it right over in here. And you got to watch if you're pushing in there and you don't think about it, you're pushing kind of hard. You've got this handle hanging up there on your easel. You can real easily break them. So always make sure that if you're having to push in there a little bit harder, or a little bit more effort, that you support the bottom. Okay, I'm going to take a look at it here. Now, sometimes I'll come in here and these leaves I'll get pretty wild and packed in there pretty tight, and they won't stay the right direction. Like this one right here. I'm going to go ahead and trim that out because it's just taking up space. It looks kind of messy. And I like it just a little bit more light and airy than that. I just got to make sure that I don't cut the wrong thing, which I've been known to do before. All right, now like I said, I left some space here. I wanted to put a bow off to the side. And then once I get the bow on there, I'll rearrange everything and I might even need to add another lemon or two, because I don't want it to look like it's just like matchy match or something like that. So let me zoom out, and I've got a couple of ribbons. I hadn't decided what I wanted to use just yet, except I know I want to use this Swiss dot. It's one of my favorite ribbons in the summertime. It's a 1.5 inch black and yellow Swiss dot canvas, good quality ribbon. And then I was thinking I was going to use this black and white stripe. I love to use black with yellow. It just really makes a statement. But then I also got to looking at this other one. I've got a black plaid, like a diagonal plaid too. I just always take it and I try it on for size. Just kind of get an idea of what it looks like. I'm kind of leaning toward this. What do you guys think? Hey, Evelyn, thank you for being here. I like the stripe myself. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to make a real simple bow. And you'll notice I used two 1.5 inch ribbons. I don't want to overpower the basket. I want the basket and the lemons to be the star. I don't want to overwhelm it. So I'm just going to use 2.5 inch or 1.5 inch ribbon. And I always bring it up here and I try this on for size. See how it looks. And I think that looks pretty good. So that's about a 4-inch loop probably. Yeah, 4-inch loop. And all I'm going to do, I've got my tail here. And I keep that kind of long because I like to curl it. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to pinch it. Then I'm going to take this back and twist it. And then I just bring that right back to the back, just like that. And I'm going to make another loop, and I'll show you why. To do that, I'm just going to twist it. Every time I go back there, I twist it. And then I just bring it right back to the back, pinch it, and then I'll twist it. And again, I'm going to cut my tail kind of long. And then I'm going to take my yellow ribbon. Make sure you get plenty off of the bolt before you start, just so you're not fighting with it. And all I do, I lay that right over the top of it, just like that. And then I twist it. Bring it back to the center. I'm making this one just a little bit smaller. I intend to anyway. Make it a little bit smaller than the black. I'm going to twist it, bring it back to the center, twist it, need more ribbon, and bring it back to the center. Okay, so I've got 3 loops on either side, and I might cut some of those out or make them into tails. But I always like to make it a little bit extra and then I can work it that way rather than not having enough. All right, now I'm just going to take a pipe cleaner and twist that snugly. And on this one, I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. Now you can attach this bow a couple of different ways. You can actually take the pipe cleaner, run it through the moss basket, and then attach it that way. But I'm going to have a little bit more of a stem on it, and I'm going to put a steel pick on it and actually put it down in the basket. I want it down in here. Okay, and you know, if you need any help with bows, I'm always on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. I'm always live. Well, I'm live or sharing a video of bow making. We always talk about bows and ribbons. We use the Pro Bow, the Easy Bow, and handmade bows. And yeah, we'd be happy to have you. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put a, I started to put a steel pick on, but I don't think that's going to be long enough. Steel pick's only a little bit over a couple of inches. Trying to get a wooden floral pick, but see, I've taken that pipe cleaner and I've made a stem here. I just twisted the 2 of them together, if you can see that. Now I'm going to take my wooden floral pick. It just looks like a big toothpick. It has a wire on the end of it here, and I'm just going to lay that right there, right around that pipe cleaner. I'm going to take that wire and wrap it around the pipe cleaner. Oh, thank you, Sally. Thank you so much. All right, now I'm going to get some floral tape, and I'm just going to put it right over the top of that. If you've not worked with floral tape before, it is not sticky until you pull on it, and then it sticks to itself. So I'm just wrapping that around. I go up and down a couple of times. My tails are getting in the way. This is a lot easier to do that with if you have short tails, but I've got long ones on this one. All right, now, so I've just attached that wooden floral pick to that pipe cleaner. And what that's going to allow me to do is just give it a little bit of height there and a little bit of length that I can put it into the floral foam. I'm going to take a little bit of length off of it. This is a 4-inch wooden floral pick. Okay, just dip that floral pick into the glue there, and now I'm going to put it into the foam. Okay. Like I said, we might have to reposition some of these lemons just a little bit, especially this one. It's almost too short. I want it up a little bit taller. Just fluff out your bow. Then we'll work with these tails. I think I'm going to go ahead and trim this guy out, and I want to put him someplace else. He's just down there too low. All right, I'm going to go ahead and trim my tails now, and I'm going to dovetail them. And again, I'm going to leave them pretty long for right now. We can always trim them down if we need to. Just dovetail them for a little bit more of a finished look. And I always try to make them a little bit different in length, so they're kind of staggered, kind of like when you're cutting your hair. You don't put it all one length. Make it more layered. And then let's curl them. There we go. And we can rearrange those if we need to later. Like I said, I wanted to put this guy someplace else. He's just not, I don't like where he was. I'm going to stand right in front of it here a second. Need something up here. Unless that drop it down on the side there. I want him just about right there, so I'm going to put a pick on this one as well. Trying to find one of my longer. I've got 6-inch floral picks too, and that's what I need. And I'm just going to take it and put it on that stem right there. Oh, thank you. You want that ribbon? I've got some of the black ribbon in my Etsy shop. It's at boxmybow.com. I've got some of that there, but I don't have any of the polka dot ribbon yet. All right, I'm going to, since that stem's pretty short, I'm going to put a little dab of glue on there just for a little bit of extra security before I wrap it with the floral tape. Yeah, it's one of my favorite ribbons. The black is, and like I said, the yellow is also. So it's a winning combination. It just really makes a statement. All right, well, I'm trying to keep my finger out of that glue I just put in there. I'm just pulling on that tape, twisting it up. Go back down. Oh, thank you, Paula. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys being here. Okay, so now I've got a lot more length where I can put him just about where I want. And as I said, I kind of want him just peeking out right behind that bow right there. I'm going to dip it in a little bit of glue. Filter down through this greenery here. There. Now, I like that better. Now let's see where we want to put the rest of them here. This leaf here is going to have to go too. And I always save these leaves. Actually, let me zoom back in. I kind of lost you guys here, didn't I? I always save these leaves for other projects if I don't end up using it in this one. Never throw anything away, hardly. Just about all these leaves are a little bit too thick. Don't want it packed in there like that. Okay, and I'm trying to get them to go all different directions. Now, I'd like to put one more lemon down here, probably a smaller one. I've got one more bunch of the lemons that I took off of that garland. I just feel like I need a little bit of yellow back here just to balance out from over here. So I'm going to trim that off. And even if I took both of these lemons off, I can still use this greenery for something else. And that's that greenery, the leaves I don't like. I don't like them just, I mean, they're very realistic looking, but you just can't control which way they go. All right, so let's put, all right, I'm going to stand right in front of you a second. Right about right there. And this has a pretty good long stem on it, so I'm just going to stick it in some glue. Come right back in here. There we go. Now, I also brought some forsythia because I wanted it just a little bit more than just the lemons. I have this bush, but I don't think I can fit that whole bush in there. So I'm probably just going to take off some of these little sprigs. It has this big, bulky, mossy, kind of mossy twigs. It's going to be too much bulk. So I'm just going to trim off little pieces here. And I just want to sprinkle a little bit of it in. Not a lot. Because like I said, I like it light and airy. Oh, you like odd numbers, Elizabeth? Yeah, I do too. I don't consciously do it, I don't think, but I think it just looks better. All right, and I just taking everything and fluffing it. And I'm thinking if I can put this just right here and then drop these guys in here. I'm going to trim this stem down just a little bit. Get a little bit of glue. might have it too long. Whoops. There, just right. Let's bring that down there. Now I could have done the same thing with some white too, but I just felt like using yellow. We already have a little bit of white with these little berry-like things. Trying to get that to go over that way a little bit. All right, so let's put a little bit of it over there. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. Thank you. Now I've got these two pieces. This is the same thing but it kind of fell apart. So we're just gonna, actually it's probably better because then it'll allow me to put it where I want. Exactly. So I feel like I need a piece back here in the back, and actually I'll probably just take the basket and insert it from behind. I want it just to have kind of a background so it looks more like it's, more diffuse. Okay, and a little bit right here. Need a taller piece for that though. Actually, I'm going to take this piece off because I don't want a whole lot of bulk yet. And trim it down just a little bit. Yeah. Now you could also, if you didn't want to add yellow, you could always put like a blue or a red, like a little filler flower with either of those colors. Blue is really popular this year again. Is pairing it with the yellow. Some of my twigs, I don't like the way they're going. I'm trying to turn them around. There, that's better. Even though that's the way they do in nature, I guess. They kind of go wherever they want. But I'll get everything rearranged here. All right, now we need a little bit of yellow down here. Like right in here. Right here. Just going to get a little glue. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn it toward me so I can get a look at it and see what we need where. I think it's looking pretty good, actually. I can do away with this leaf. And again, I'll save these. If I don't use it in this project, I'll save them and use them someplace else. I think it looks pretty good. Now, we need just a little bit more ivy. I'm kind of drifting out of the camera there. Let's get a little bit more ivy right here in the front. And I like to use that for a couple of reasons. It'll help incorporate the basket and the bow into the design. But then too, it's going to help me keep my bow tails up and forward. So I'm going to trim just a little bit off of this. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Well, I tell you, mine might look like Julie's because Julie taught me a big part of it. I've been, since the very beginning, I've been in her group years and years ago. Seems like a lifetime ago. But yeah, she's a great teacher. And a great person. I love her. Okay, that didn't feel like it went in really very good. I'm going to take this last leaf off, this bottom leaf, and get a little bit longer piece of stem. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to have to put a pick on it probably. I'm just going right through the moss basket. There we go. You got to wait till you hear that crunch. Then you know it's in. All right, I want that to kind of drape down a little bit longer. Ouch. You got to watch with these baskets. Sometimes you'll get a little splinter of the moss off of them. All right. Well, look right in front of you again. Sorry. I feel like I need a little bit of ivy up here. We get another couple of pieces. I think we're almost done, guys. And this will probably be inserted from the back, actually. And I'm just looking to see how far I need to trim this off just by putting it right there beside. And you guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I mean, from where I'm standing, I can still see the container. I can see the handle. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. If you like to show a little bit more, you can always shorten your arrangement also. But these are fun. These are fun projects to me. And you got to have fun. I might even let this go behind the, I'm thinking I'm going to let that go behind the handle. I mean, if somebody wanted to, they could always put it up in front of it, but I'm going to insert it from behind and let it stay behind. Kind of like natural would, or, you know, like it would in nature. So I'm just going to turn it around right here. And then I'm going to bring another piece on the other side. Oops. Keep on banging that. I didn't order near enough of this ivy. It's so fine. I love it. Let that one come over. Hey Susan, how are you? Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me take another look here. See if there's anything else I want to do. I think we're about done. I'm going to turn it toward me. And I was thinking I might pull off, you know, cut off one of those bows or one of the bow loops and make it into tails. But I like it is. I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. And if you don't like all the twigs, you can always trim out some of these. Like this one here, I think I'm going to trim part of it off. Almost look like a forest there. So, okay, I think we're done, guys. I think we're done. And how fun is this? You could always put a little more yellow, or like I said, you could make it an accent with the blue flower, a little red flowers or purple, pink, anything you like. I wanted a yellow, really bright and sunny design. So I'm going to back up here and bring this up to you. If you can see it up close. I love it. Valerie's wanting to know where I got the ivy, and I got that from Select Artificials, Valerie. And actually, I'm going to probably trim these guys down too, if I can't get them to go the way I want them to. But yeah, it's really nice and it's natural touch, but I just think it really brightens up. As I said, if I just went just with the original greenery that I used, then it'd be too dark. Even with the lemons in it, I think it'd be too dark. And that just really, I think, accents the basket part of it. So, all right, does anybody have any questions? Oh, thank you, Diane. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you guys so much. And like I said, this would be great for an office, for a kitchen, if you live in a condo, apartment, senior living center, something like that. And you can't hardly look at yellow and not smile, right? Okay. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. And if you like this kind of video, I mean, like I said, I'm here on Julie's page, but you can also follow me. I'm usually posting at least once a week on my YouTube channel. Most of the times it's twice a week, and then just kind of random from here and there. But I really appreciate all of you being here today, and if you wouldn't mind to share this with all your friends that are crafty, I'd really appreciate that too. So thank you so much, and thanks out for Julie for inviting me. I really appreciate that, and you have a safe rest of your day. Bye-bye.